all about community. Spirituality is important. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. It's all about community. Spirituality is important. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. PocaSPEAKS.
All right, happiest Tuesday. I don't know what's wrong with this little piece in my head that don't want to sit down. Happy Tuesday again to everybody. I hope that you all are having a great day so far. I hope that your week so far has been amazing. I know we're only 2 days, technically 3 days, but 2 days into the work week. And there is a lot going on. Okay, there's a whole lot going on, and a whole lot more going on. And I kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of a debriefing, is what Spirit kind of called it for me, of things to make sure that you're paying attention to throughout this month, things to make sure that you are keeping yourself away from, things that you are keeping yourself aware of. Okay, this month is what I call the make it or break it type of month. Okay, this month is going to present a lot of us with some options. Some of these options will be for higher knowledge, higher education, higher financial stability, opportunities for open doors and things of that nature, different experiences, and X, Y, and Z. However, there will also be some options that you can choose that will lead you right back to where you started from. And I really want you guys to be aware. I really want you guys to be paying attention this month, and not falling for the traps. Okay, there are traps that are being set for certain people to source your energy, right? Now, one thing about energy vampires is when they no longer have a source to feed from, they become a victim, right? Energy vampires, when they no longer can pull from you as an energy for free, when they no longer can manipulate you and take from you, when they no longer can affect you in the ways that they are used to affecting you, then they have to go outside of their norm to try to do things to get you off your square, or to bring you back in their space so that they can continue to cipher energy from you. Now, this can happen on a job. This can happen in our families. This can happen in our relationships. This can happen in our friendships. This can happen in our partnerships. This can happen on any ship. Okay, hello. It don't matter what ship you on, it can happen. A lot of you guys have made decisions recently, within the last 6 months to a year, to walk away from things that no longer serve you. People that no longer serve you, places that no longer serve you, mentalities that no longer serve you, ideologies, theories, beliefs, moral values that no longer serve you. And a lot of these things are rearing their head back right now because you're so close to your next level, or you are literally at that door opening moment of your next level. And Spirit wanted me to come on here just to tell you all to stay focused. This is Tunnel Vision May. Okay, this is Tunnel Vision May, meaning you need to have tunnel vision. You need to be so focused on your goddamn journey that you don't even know what's going on around you. That's how focused you need to be. You need to be so focused you didn't even realize you had haters because you've been so ducked off and tuned in to your own life and your own things that you don't even realize what's going on around you. You have to be so focused right now because there are so many things that are trying to pull us back to where we came from. So many people trying to pull us back to situations and relationships that we finally have freed ourselves from. Some of you guys, again, have walked away from relationships that have been a part of your life for a very long time. And some of those people, hey, big head, them hey, big head texts. Hey, big head, what you doing? How you doing? I miss you. I was just thinking about you the other day. You was in my dream. Well, go back to sleep because that's the only way you're going to see me is if you're dreaming. You understand? Go ahead and turn over and hit the cold side of that pillow and run it back. Because that's the only way you're going to be around me is if you close them eyes and you go back to sleep. Hello? Amen. A Graham. Hello. What are you talking about? Right? That's the type of energy that y'all are going to have at this moment. You know, again, not just in regards to relationship, but at your job. There are people that may be in your workspace that you know don't care for you, that you know don't like you, that you know, ciphers your energy or tries to cipher your energy. In your family, there could be family members that don't really care for you, don't really, like you for real, but they like to cipher your energy, right? There's some people around, that can literally not like you at all. Which I don't understand because I can't be around people I don't like. But there are people who will not like you at all and still will force themselves to be around you because you are magnetic, because you are who you are, and because they can feel the shift happening in your life. This is the thing. People can see us shifting and moving to that next level before we can see it. Right? It's almost like when you gain or you lose weight. You may not really notice it because you with yourself all the time. So you don't really know that you're gaining weight, or you don't really know that you're losing weight, or whatever the case may be, until somebody else brings it to your attention, because they can see you from an overall perspective when all you can see is either what's in front of you, what's to the side of you, or what's behind you. They can see all sides of you at all times. So they can see the whole picture, right? And because we be so in our head, and because we overthink ourselves, and because a lot of us don't see ourselves as being valuable, or a lot of us have never been fed into, a lot of people have never helped us build our character, build our confidence, understand who we are, understand the uniqueness of who we are. Because of that, a lot of us don't see ourselves and have never seen ourselves as who we actually are. We usually see ourselves as multiple steps down from where we actually are. So when these people come into our lives, they see where we actually are. It makes them uncomfortable, but they also notice that we are not aware of who we actually are. So they play on that. Oh, well, I'm going to keep you down. I'm going to make sure that you stay in this vicinity at this level, so that I don't have to worry about you passing me, or I don't have to worry about losing access to you. And we don't notice it. We think like, oh my God, they just really love and care for me. Oh my God, this person just doesn't want to lose me. They just want me to be in their life forever. Like, I don't understand it. I just can't let them go. They must be my twin flame. We must be best friends, because every time, we're about to not be cool no more, something happens and then we're cool again. No, honey boo. Honey boo boo child. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey, no spam or bacon. It's not giving what you think it's giving. A lot of these people do not want to see you elevate above a certain point. It makes them feel inadequate. It disturbs their demons. And that's why I said their demons aren't your problem. That's why I titled this video exactly what it is. Because there are a lot of people that you're going to encounter as you continue this uphill, journey. I don't even want to say battle, because it's not a battle. It's a journey. As you continue this uphill journey, you're going to continue to encounter lots of different energies, lots of different souls. And a lot of people are coming with baggage that they have not yet dealt with. And this is the thing that I always tell y'all. It doesn't matter the appearance of these people or the titles that these people may carry. It does not matter. It doesn't matter if they the CEO or the boss. It does not matter if they are the spiritual advisor or the teacher. It doesn't matter if they're the pastor or the minister. It does not matter if they're the mama or the daddy. It doesn't matter if they're the husband or the wife or the sister. It doesn't matter. Titles don't matter. Positions don't matter. None of that matters when you're a fake ass motherfucker who is siphoning people's information and people's energy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your relationship to that person doesn't matter. Who you think that person is doesn't matter. And for a lot of you guys, spirit is pulling the wool off of your eyes so that you can see. And this goes back to the money reading that we did yesterday. We did a financial reading yesterday, and a lot of what spirit was talking about was removing things from your space so that you are able to come into the abundance that is for you and not have these people, around you while you're receiving it, and they're trying to take it from you as you're receiving these things. Right? So for a lot of you guys, spirit really wants you to focus. This is really a time to focus in. This is really a time to stay tuned in, stay aligned, and be paying attention. Pay attention to everything. Pay attention to the undertones. Pay attention to the undertones of what people are saying to you. Pay attention to reciprocity. That's one of the most telltale signs if people are being an energy vampire. Are you giving as much as I'm giving? Are you putting in to whatever this is, this business, this job, this relationship, this family? Are you putting in as much as I'm putting in? If not, these are clear signs that you need to make separations between you and these energies. Because what other reason do you need to be around me if you're not benefiting from me? And what reason would I need to be around you if I'm not benefiting from you? See, what a lot of people don't understand is everything is transactional. Everything is transactional. There is nothing that we do in this lifetime and in this realm that is not a transaction of some sort. Whether that's an energy exchange, whether that's a monetary exchange where we're actually having a transaction with money, whether that is goods, services, whether that is emotional transactions, whatever it may be, everything is a transaction. So you got to ask yourself, where am I spending my energetic money at? Am I spending it? Are people stealing it? Am I the one that's giving it out? Am I being bullied for it? You really have to sit and kind of do an assessment of your space. Because again, like I said, May is that transitional period, right? We are now officially 2 months into the official new year, the real new year, right? Aries season basically starts off and pops off the new year, and then we move into Taurus energy. We're currently in Taurus energy, and Taurus energy is good for love, it's good for beauty, it's good for arts and all of these things, but it also can put you in this energy where you may get sidetracked, or other things can come in and cause you to lose your focus or to not be focused. Okay, or come in and try to take from you, right? Because Taurus operates in a luxurious energy. Taurus operates in a energy that, loves money, loves beauty, beauty and beautiful things, loves luxurious things. And you have to ask yourself, am I luxury to somebody else? Would I be considered luxury to somebody else? If so, what are they willing to do to have access to me? If I'm luxury, what are these people willing to do to access me and access my energy? And that's where it gets scary, because some people will go beyond, above and beyond, okay, to just have access to you. They will trick you. They will manipulate you. They will lie. They will steal. They will cheat. They will be conniving. They will play victim. They will, make up stuff. They will fabricate stories. They'll do anything. Anything. And this is why you have to know who you are. Because when you know who you are and you realize that you are luxury, you realize that you are abundant and you are prosperous and you are important and you are a star seed or a chosen one, or you are someone of high spiritual status, right? Or godly status, right? You have to be on, your head got to be on a swivel. Once you know who you are less safe than you was when you didn't know. You are more at risk when you understand who you are, right? And the reason because of that is when I know who I am, now I really, really, really have to be cautious and careful. Because now that I know who I am, I can effortlessly embrace this energy. I can effortlessly embrace my identity. I can effortlessly embrace who I am. And by doing that, that puts a bigger target on my back. People are attracted to uniqueness because of the fact that it is something that they feel they are not strong enough to do. It's something that they feel they are not bold enough to do. So when a person sees you living in your truth, it's going to either inspire or intimidate. Those are the only options. And everybody won't be inspired. So this is why getting on this journey, doing your self-love work, doing your shadow work, tuning inward, healing, all of those things are so important. Because once you start to really tune in and you understand just how valuable you are, you also understand how much you are at risk. Right? It's almost like, for example, if the ground was to open up right now, randomly, right? Let's say it's a street that you drive over every day in your town, right? Every day you drive over the street, every day, this is just a regular thing, right? But this one particular day, there's an earthquake or something, and the ground opens up, and in this particular spot, there's diamonds all under the ground that have been being made for the last however many 100 years, and nobody knew about it because the everybody was driving over it, and it was encased in cement, and nobody knew what was going on. Now that people know there's diamonds there, no one can drive on that road right now or ever. Now they got to shut that whole shit down. Now they have to block it off. Then they probably gonna have to have police or people, police that space, because people are going to lose their minds. Now people know that there is treasure that was hidden, that has now been discovered, and they want a piece of that because they understand what? The value of it. Are y'all following me? Is it making sense? So the reason why I said when you discover yourself, it becomes more dangerous. It's because when you discover yourself, it's like cutting the light on. It's like you sent up a bat signal by accident. You didn't mean to send a bat signal. You was just over here trying to heal. You was just over here trying to work on yourself. You was just over here trying to elevate. You didn't mean to cause a ruckus and cause a commotion around you. But that's what you did. And because a lot of us have never seen ourselves as being important enough or big enough or strong enough or popular enough or intelligent enough or whatever enough to cause this type of commotion, we are not really paying attention. So we see the people acting crazy around us. We see the people going crazy around us all of a sudden. And what we internalize that as is, did I do something wrong? Did I mess up? Why don't people like me anymore? Why don't anybody want to be around me anymore? Why do I get uncomfortable around certain people now? Why do I feel the need to cut off certain people and to not do certain things and to do this and to... You're confused Because now that you done uncovered this light, it done opened up some shit that you didn't even know was there, and you wasn't prepared for it. But everybody else now is like, where is this light coming from? What is this new energy? Where is it coming from? Oh, it's coming from her. Oh, it's coming from him. Let me get closer and take a look. So then you have people who think that they can be a part of your circle. They think that they can be in your life. They think that they can be around you. And it may start off good. Things may start off good in the beginning. Things may go well in the beginning. Things may be okay in the beginning. You know, you could have been friends with these people for 10 plus years. You could have been, you know, in relationship with these people for 5 plus years, or whatever the case is. Things are going great. Things are going great because you're just not paying attention. You see all these new people coming towards you, and you just feel like, oh, finally I'm being loved. Finally I'm being appreciated. Finally I'm being this. Finally I'm being that. But in reality, all of these are motherfuckers coming to try to steal some of your light. All of these are people who have way different intentions than what you have. And what a lot of y'all are learning right now is your intentions don't matter when theirs are compromised. I'm going to repeat that. Your intentions don't matter when their intentions are compromised. Meaning, you can come in with the purest of intentions. You can genuinely want the best for this person. You can genuinely want the best for this relationship. You can genuinely want the best for this situation. You can genuinely want the best for this job, this career, whatever it may be. You can genuinely want the best. You are coming into it with pure intentions. You are coming into it with light and love and peace and all of the things and all of the things. But these energy vampires, they are only on a mission to take. So they're not coming in with that same intention that you got. They coming in trying to see what they can steal, what they can get, what they can cipher from you, what they can, have access to. But they have to come in the form of something that doesn't look like that. So they come in the form of a lover. They come in the form of a friend. They come in the form of your mom and your daddy. They come in the form of your coworker. They come in the form of a new job. They come in the form of a new friend group. They come in the form of a spiritual leader, spiritual advisor, a pastor, a mentor, a teacher, a colleague, a fellow student, or whatever the case is. They come in so many different forms. The best friend, the nanny, the daycare worker. I mean, anybody could be your op. Anybody could be your op. And this is the year that Spirit is trying to expose to a lot of people. Remember, we are heavily affected by Scorpio energy this year. We're heavily affected by Aquarius energy this year. Both of those signs are, number one, Scorpio is all about mysteries being revealed, or mysteries, period. Right? And when you mix that Aquarius energy with that Scorpio energy, basically those two energies coming together is information revealing truth. So we're getting truth through the form of factual information, hard evidence. So if you look at what's going on in the world, let's look at it from a political standpoint. You see a lot of these people being exposed through fact, through court, through document, through paperwork. That's Aquarius. That's also Virgo energy too, slightly. Right? Proof. The proof is here. The evidence is here. Right? This is a year of exposure by way of evidence. This is a year of clarity by way of evidence. By way of hard, factual evidence. Undisputable facts. This is why for a lot of the relationships that you guys have walked away from, you walked away from them based on fact, based on evidence. You may have was supposed to leave a relationship, but you finally got the evidence that you needed to leave now. You may have been supposed to leave a job, but you finally got the evidence you need to leave. Or a friendship, or move away from that family member, or those family members, period, or that state, or that city, or whatever the case is. Whatever may have happened, or whatever is going to happen. Because for some of y'all, it hasn't happened yet. But it's going to come through evidence, proof, tangible proof. And Spirit is doing it that way because a lot of y'all don't like to acknowledge the things that are before you, because a lot of you guys are still trying to hold on to those things through the trauma of your past. If I do not heal, this is why y'all know I preach shadow work. Okay? I preach shadow work for a reason. Because of the fact that if I don't go backwards and figure out what weights are holding me back, what things are pulling me back to being and staying in that energy, then I will always be pulled back and stay in that energy. And when you go and you do your childhood trauma healing and you go through your shadow work and you start to heal your traumas and you start to figure these things out and you start to connect the dots, what you're doing is you're freeing yourself from those holds in your life. At every age that you have been traumatized, that is a version of you that you have been dragging along with you throughout these years. So if your first trauma happened at 5 years old, like mine did, that means that you already got a 5-year-old that's dragging behind. So when you act immature sometimes, it could be that 5-year-old energy that's still attached to you. When you don't know how to emotionally engage in a relationship, in a friendship, in a partnership, it could be that 5-year-old still attached to you. When we don't manually release it, because nothing is automatically released. Okay, this is not automatic. This is a manual. Okay, when you go and you manually free yourself and release yourself from those things, then you can detach from that version of you. Then you can let that version of you have peace and have rest. Now that 5-year-old version of you can have peace and have rest back there, because she's not supposed to be up here. He's not supposed to be up here. And that's just 5. Let's say you got traumatized again at 6. Let's say it happened again at 8. Let's say it happened again at 13. Let's say it happened again at 15. Now you got multiple different versions of you that are trailing behind you. So every time something happens to you as an adult, you got these different young ass versions of you whispering in your ear and making you energetically feel their pain. And it's confusing you. It's sending you mixed signals, mixed emotions. And this is why you all over the place energetically. This is why emotionally you can't get yourself together, or you can't have a sound mind emotionally, because you dragging all of these extra ass energies around with you unnecessarily. You don't have to be doing that. And this is why shadow work is so important. This is why you have to prioritize that. This journey is not about money. It's not about financial abundance all day. It's not about throwing around cinnamon, salt, and sugar all day. It's not about fucking with the railroad tracks and going to cemeteries and doing all of these extra things. It's not about rolling around outside in the goddamn rain in the mud all day. It's not about, being all citrusy, as my girls say, and rolling around in orange slices and lemon peels in the bathtub. It's not all about that. It's about releasing yourself from bondage, whatever that bondage may be. It is about connecting with your higher self on a level that you never have, but you always needed to. It's about aligning yourself with your divine path. And you can sprinkle salt and sugar all you want till you blue in the face. It's not going to be active for you. It's not going to help you in the way that it should if you are still working from a place of hurt, pain, and negativity. Because what y'all don't understand is you are the energy going into whatever spell you do. You are the energy going into whatever spiritual stuff you do. So if you still got trauma from your childhood and that is a part of your energy, and then you go out here and you do a money spell, it's not going to work. Why? Because you're manifesting from a place that is disrupted. The energy that you're using, right? It's almost like if you want to get something out of the vending machine and you go to put your dollar in, but your dollar is ripped in half. It's like, what? We can't do nothing with this. Yes, it's $1, but it's ripped the hell up. The machine can't even read it. So it's voided. It's not going to work. It can't go through. The transaction cannot be completed. And that's what's happening when a lot of you guys go to manifest. That's what's happening when a lot of you guys go to try to rewrite your future or align with your journey, but you're doing it from the wrong perspectives and you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Remember, intention is everything. Intention is everything, y'all. Intention is everything. And you cannot bullshit spirit. You can lie to me. You can lie to your folks. You can lie to the people around you. You can lie to your kids. You can lie to the boogeyman. But you can't lie to the universe and you can't lie to spirit. It's not going to happen. You can't fake the funk with the universe. The universe knows exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it, and all of the things in between. So there's nothing you can do about that. Literally. This little piece is irritating me, y'all. I ain't want to put no edge control on my head because it make it a little crusty looking. But yeah. So it's all about your intentions and making sure that the intentions of the people around you match your intentions. And a lot of times, you know, everything that glitters ain't gold, everything that looks one way and has an outer appearance of something doesn't mean that the contents are the same. It doesn't mean that. Have y'all ever got some bread and you let that bread sit for a little bit, and then one day you go to make you a sandwich, and once you pull that first piece of bread back, you see the mold on the inside. And that's what's happening. A lot of us are so hungry for love. We're so hungry for attention. We're so hungry for certain things that we don't take the time to pull the layers back so that we can see if there's mold. And a lot of these motherfuckers is moldy. Now clock that. A lot of these motherfuckers is moldy. And we can't see it until we start to peel the layers back. You don't see it until spirit puts you in certain situations, predicaments, until you have certain experiences, until you come to a certain place with yourself. And then you're like, hold up. That don't look right. This not hitting the same. This not this. This not that. That don't. I didn't think that this was going to be this. I didn't think that it was going to work out. What the fuck is going on? Right? And that's where a lot of you are, because a lot of you have been doing that work. Because you have been paying attention to yourself and you have been operating, you know, under introspection, and you have been allowing yourself to tune in and figure out where you went wrong and what your flaws are and which, you know, what work you need to do on yourself, because you've been tuned into the portal of your heart. That's the card that I'm saying in my head. I have a card that says tune into the portal of your heart. Because you've been tuning into the portal of your heart, you are now able to look around you and see things. And that's why things are looking a whole different way right now. People that you thought was one way, now you see them a whole different way. Relationships that you thought were going to last and be this and be that, now you see them for what they are. The job that you've been working for so long, now you go to work and you see it for what it is. And you see that you don't connect with that and that it's not for you. The family members that you've been letting slide with all of the bullshit and all the little remarks and all of the comments and all of the other things, now you see it for what it really is, because you've been doing the inner work and your intentions have changed. Your perspective has changed. And now you tuned in. Now you got that tunnel vision. Now you peeping, scoping the scene, like me boss say. You scoping the scene, you seeing what's going on, you looking around you, and you're just not taking things for face value anymore. And that's the lesson of this year. No more taking things for face value. No more jumping into things, doing things, and not doing full investigations on these people, where they come from, who they are, what they do, and what their intentions are. No more operating out of hurt and pain and picking people, picking relationships, picking jobs, picking cities and states to move to and to be at based on trauma. We have to start basing our decisions off of being in a healed place, or a place where we are actively healing, right? Because we understand doing shadow work that healing is a forever thing, right? Shadow work is a forever thing. We'll always be improving the soul. We'll always be healing some aspect of us. We'll always be working on some aspect of us. That's just how that goes. right? And that's what makes it a decent process, is the fact that there is no time limit on this, right? There's no set time to do anything. We talked about this in yesterday's reading as well. A lot of y'all are operating off of some type of imaginary ass clock that does not exist. So because you feel like you're behind, you're just allowing anything into your space. And you're not vetting those things that you're allowing into your space because you feel like you're behind. You're moving so fast and things are sliding under the radar. A desperate man will take anything. When you're desperate, operating from a place of desperation will make you susceptible to anything. You'll take anything. A homeless person can't be picky over food because they homeless. They don't got nothing to eat anyway. When you're in a desperate position, you can't be picky. And this is why you have to move yourself out of that desperation. This is why self-love is important. This is why shadow work is important. This is why confidence is important, and self-care, and all of those things that I talk about all the time are important. Because when you have those things set up, when those things are in your space, now and only then am I now out of this energy of desperation. And because I'm not desperate, now I can make conscious decisions. Because I'm not on no clock. I'm not desperate. So I have all the time in the world. I don't need to jump into shit. I can sit here for 3 months and make up my mind if I want to. Right? Because I'm not desperate no more. I don't have to jump into a relationship just because I lack self-love. No, I have self-love now. So now I'm really paying attention to all of the suitors who come into my life. If you go back and you think about where you were mentally, when you were not, on your spiritual journey, when you were not making sound decisions and operating from a place of, healing, right? And you look at those relationships, that's why we look back and we're like, why the fuck was I dating you? Why was I friends with you? Why was I cool with you? Why did I allow you to be in my space? Why did I sign up for that job? Why did I agree to that payment? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? Because you're seeing it from a different lens, because the desperation has been removed. When you supply yourself, you don't have to be desperate. So now, instead of ending up in a relationship with bozos or brokies or people who are emotionally, insufficient, or people who manipulate, or, jobs that just no longer serve you, or whatever the case is, instead of that, now you can take your time and get to know people before you jump into things with them. Now you can take your time and decipher if this is really the job for you or not, if this really is the city or the state you should live in or not, if this is the relationship for you or not, if you should stay around these family members or not. Now you can take your time and do it because you're not operating out of desperation. And because you can take your time, now you have more of an ability to see when things are not going right or when things are not right to begin with, and you can choose to stay away from those things. Therefore, preventing yourself from being caught up in the shit that you usually get caught up in. Therefore, preventing 3 months of unnecessary bullshit, or a year, or 5 years. Who knows if you would have agreed to certain things, how long you would have been in those situations, how long you would have been in those predicaments or been around those people. Who knows how long that stuff would have affected you and how negatively it would have affected you. Who knows? But because you're no longer in that desperate space, you don't even have to worry about that, because now you are operating in divine timing. And we understand that divine timing doesn't have anything to do with rushing towards something or trying to speed something up or trying to force something to happen. Divine time is when you sit back and you let shit play out. You're following your intuition and you're allowing things to go you're going with the flow, and you're allowing things to fall the way that they fall. And as they fall perfectly in line for you. That's divine timing. But it only happens when you are comfortable enough in yourself, comfortable enough in your journey to allow yourself the space, the time, the patience to sort through the things you need to sort through to make sure that you're making the best decisions for you and your future and your bloodline. Because a lot of y'all got babies. A lot of y'all got babies that's, following in your current footsteps. And you got to ask yourself, do I want my children to be following in my current footsteps? Or do I want to adjust my steps and let them follow that? If my children were to grow and live life based on how I'm living it right now, would I want that? Sometimes you got to, use logic to get yourself to a clear place of understanding so you can redirect your focus and get that tunnel vision. Now, another thing that Spirit was saying to me before I hopped on here when they were talking about their demons aren't your problems. Stop allowing people to energetically offload onto you. What do you mean by that, Poca? I mean, stop answering those phone calls where that person is always talking about something going wrong in their life or depressing ass story or situation or drama or beef or whatever. That means stop being around people who are not living a certain type of lifestyle or not living in symmetry with you. They're not aligned with you. Stop allowing those people in your space. Stop allowing them to come into your space and offload their shit. Stop letting these people come to your house and offload their energy into your house, take in the peaceful energy of your house, and then they leave with the peace while they came and left you the bullshit. And then you gotta sleep in this environment. You gotta raise your kids in this environment, and you wonder why after this motherfucker left, the whole house is in disarray. You having nightmares and shit. Nobody can sleep. The kids going to school acting bad as shit. Nobody's listening. You and your spouse is arguing now, or now you depressed. Now you got anxiety because you're letting the wrong energies into your space. And a lot of you guys have pure intentions and pure hearts. So you are thinking that these people are off the same type of time you're on, and they're not. They're not. They're not off the same type of time as you. Their intentions are not your intentions. They're not here for what you're here for. They're not. And it's evident in the way that they treat you. It's evident in the way that they respond to you. It's evident in the way that they take from you but don't give anything in return. It's evident in the way that they move, in the way that they talk, in the way that they walk, in the way that they hold conversation. It's evident. You have to start paying attention so that you can save yourself from potential issues of the future, potential problems of the future, potential negative energies or situations or experiences. Can I sacrifice my current comfort for my future success? Is the question that you need to be asking yourself. Yeah, I may have known this person for a while, or I may have just met this person, but they may make me feel comfortable. But do I need this comfort? Probably not. So can I sacrifice being comfortable right now so that in a couple of weeks to a couple of months, I can have the success, the joy, the financial stability, the love, and everything else that I want? Absolutely. That is a sacrifice that you guys are going to have to be willing to make. There's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing. And you have to be able to be so in tune with yourself that you can hear and you can feel when the energy changes and shifts around you. You got to be so in tune with yourself when you walk in a room, you know that room ain't for you. You got to be so in tune with yourself when a motherfucker inbox you, text message you, you know that some shit is off. You got to be so in tune when you go to hug somebody or somebody go to touch you or brush against you and you feel that what the fuck? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is this? Why am I feeling off? Right? Y'all think butterflies is a good thing. Butterflies mean pay the fuck attention. Butterflies are an alert. That is connected to your energy center or your nervous system. So butterflies in your stomach is saying, hey bitch, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Look. What the fuck is they doing over there? Do you see that? alert. You gotta be, your head gotta be on a swivel. Period. And for my men, y'all know exactly the energy that I'm talking about. When you out with women, or you out by yourself and you always looking around, you enjoying yourself, you having a good time, but you also peeping the scene, looking for the exits. If you grew up in around certain men as a woman, or if you grew up in the hood, head on a swivel. Just like when you having fun with your girls and you out and about, but you still got to pay attention where the exes at, ho. Who are you? How you get here? Where you come from? What's the energy given? And you have to be unapologetic about this. There is no, you don't owe anybody an explanation for protecting your energy. Message. I wish I had my damn bell. You don't owe nobody an explanation for protecting your energy. If you chose to wake up and diss a fucking peer, that's your choice. Period. Everybody is grown. Stop thinking that these grown-ass adults don't know what they doing. These motherfuckers is grown. They know what they doing. They are aware. Vampires know that they vampires. They know what the fuck they doing. Stop feeling the need to explain to get closure from every goddamn situation. You need no fucking closure. The closure is when I close the door. Ho? That was the closure. Close. It's over. What are we talking about? Stop feeling the need to explain yourself to every goddamn body. Them people don't deserve your explanation. After they shitted on you, after they treated you the way they treated you, after they was siphoning your energy and being an energy vampire, now you want to take your time to explain to them where, when, and how they had you fucked up? No, baby, you had me fucked up. And because you had me fucked up, this door has been closed. Blocked, canceled, signed, sealed, and delivered. What are we talking about? You don't gotta explain yourself to these motherfuckers. Quit that job. Why the fuck is you giving them a 2-week notice? Fuck you. That's the notice. 2 weeks. This is the 2 weeks right here. Fuck you. I'm gone. Stop giving people explanations. Because what that does is it allows space for them to still pull from your energy. You sitting there explaining to them where they had you fucked up. They know they had you fucked up when they did the shit. You sit here trying to explain to them what all the things that they did to you and how they made you feel the way that they made you feel. They know that they made you feel the way that they made you feel. Why the fuck is we sitting here having a whole conversation about it? We don't need to talk about it. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. Y'all want to have way too many conversations with demons and negative energies and energy vampires. We don't talk to them. They got enough of our energy already. Let them have that and do something with that. And then after you shut the door and you block them or you quit, you call your power back. You call your energy back and then watch them. That's how you know. You ever want to know who's taking from you? You ever want to know who's taking energy from you? You ever want to know who's an energy vampire? Start calling your power back from places known and unknown, from people known and unknown. From negative entities and energies seen and unseen. Watch. You ever sprayed a roach or a bug? That's what they look like when you start calling your power back. They start scrambling. They don't know what the fuck to do. Hold up. What's going on? They don't know what to do. They losing their minds. Because they don't have that attachment to you no more. That cord has been severed. So now you're pulling energy from the motherfucking vampire. You taking your shit back. Which means they go back to whatever level they was before they knew you. Message. Some people been using you to level up. That's why you had to detach. And then you call your energy back and watch them squirm. Because what are we talking about? And you don't need to go do nothing other than that. Release, let go, call your energy back, and keep living your fucking life. You don't need to get them nothing else. You don't need to hold no conversations, no dissertations, no live streams. You don't need to do none of that. No meetings, no come to Jesus moments, no interventions. You don't need to do none of that. Keep living your life. Keep doing you. Keep moving forward. Let them have it. That's all they got. All they got is pain. All they got is trauma. All they got is hurt. All they have is you did this to me. Wham, 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 nanny, nanny, boo, boo. That's all they got. Let them have that. You got life to live. You got goals to meet. You got shit to do. You got people to help. You got souls to save. You got things to do with your life. You don't got time to be sitting around talking about what you lost and what you don't like and how somebody made you feel. Fuck all of that. Live your life unapologetically. And don't be afraid to make decisions that you know you need to make for you. And you don't owe anyone an explanation when it comes to you. Any explanation you give is a courtesy. Okay, it's a courtesy. The fuck? You don't owe these people nothing. The same way you had to get it out the mud, the same way you got to work on yourself, the same way you got to feed your own energy and do all of these things is the same way they can do the same. They can do the same shit. The same way you've been building yourself is the same way they can build themselves up. The same way you start prioritizing self-love and self-care is the same way they can do the same shit. Period. What the fuck do we have to talk about? Release. Let go. Call your energy back. Remember those 3 words or phrases. Release. Let go. Call your energy back. Release. Let go. Call your energy back. And then live your life. And let them squirm. Let them squirm. Let them feel it. Let them figure out. And sometimes I'll be like, well, if I don't say anything, they're not going to know what they did to me. Yes, the fuck they do know what they did to you. These people not slow. When they was disrespecting you, they knew they was disrespecting you. That's why they kept doing it. When they was treating you like shit, they knew they was treating you like shit. That's why they kept fucking doing it. Y'all don't be giving people enough mental credit. Y'all be acting like they really. Come on now. Haters know that they haters. Weirdos know that they weird. Goofies know that they goofy. That's why they act the way that they act. Come on now. Y'all gotta, you have to start paying attention so that you can protect yourself out here. And let them talk. Again, you don't owe anybody nothing. If they want to go around and lie on you, let them lie. If they want to go around and make up stories, let them make up stories. You don't owe nobody your truth. You don't have to come behind nobody and say, well, actually, this is what happened. Well, actually, you got to do none of that. Let them people have it. Because one thing about karma, one thing about Miss KK herself, she gonna slide and she gonna spin the block every time. So you don't need to engage. I'm hearing do not engage. You don't need to engage with anything. You don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't need to do no 2 weeks notice. You don't need to give nobody no heads up. You don't need to do none of that. Move based on the way that you move. Because if those people was moving based on the way that they should have been moving, this situation wouldn't be happening right now. Every cause has an effect. And every effect has a cause. We got here from something. We didn't just show up here. These people are grown as hell. We are not children. Everybody under the sound of my voice is at least over the age of 18. You're grown. You know right from wrong. I don't need to explain to you as an adult why you shouldn't sit on top of a stove that's turned on. You should know that. I shouldn't have to explain to you as an adult why you shouldn't punch somebody in the face. You should know that. I shouldn't have to explain to you as an adult what loyalty is. You should know that. I shouldn't have to explain to you as an adult what professionalism is, or what a courtesy is, or what kindness is, what respect is. I shouldn't have to explain those things to adults. And guess what? You don't have to explain those things to adults. You explain those things to children. So if you are in situations where you feel like you have to explain basic things to people, that's a telltale sign that they're still operating in that childlike ass mentality. And a telltale sign that you need to get the fuck away from them. Amen. Amen. All right. That's all I got for y'all today. Light and love. Make sure you go to the website, book your consultations, your shadow work assistance. If you need assistance with shadow work or trauma healing, childhood healing, all of those things are on my website. Also, make sure if you want to navigate this year in the proper way, using astrology, using zodiology, using the planetary shifts, the full moons, and all of those things, everything for this year is detailed out in this ebook, this guide, which is also available on my website for only $8. So definitely head over there and check that out. The ebook is immediately sent to your email once you pay for it and purchase it on the website. Again, it's only $8, and it will give you everything that you need to embark on this year and use the energies perfectly. Okay, if you do not have your birth chart, that is also available on my website as well. Other than that, light and love, it's really time to tap in. Again, if you need spiritual assistance or any of those things, definitely let me know, or just get the help from somewhere. I really want you guys to be able to take advantage of this year, because this year is so powerful and there's so many opportunities for so much abundance and prosperity, and not just monetarily, not just in a material world, but also in the spiritual realm. Like, it's crazy right now. The energy right now is absolutely insane. Okay. So light and love to everyone. If you want to send a tip or a donation, my Cash App is right here. My Zelle is also in the information going across the bottom of the screen. I love you all. I will see you guys tomorrow for Wisdom Wednesdays. We may do a reading tomorrow. We may do a topic. I'm not really sure, but just make sure that you're here. Okay. Share this video with anyone that you think can use these messages. If you're watching from YouTube, make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know when I go live. If you're watching from Facebook, definitely make sure that you share this video. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you follow me. And again, I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.